In this video, we're going to learn about long division. For some of you, this will be a review. For some of you, this might be the first thing. I'm going to start, or the first time you've seen it. I'm going to start from the beginning, just for anyone who hasn't seen it before. Those of you who do know how to do this should be able to go through the video pretty quickly. So, our vocabulary for today is about the different parts of a division problem. The dividend is the number you're dividing. The divisor is what you're dividing by, and the quotient is the answer to the division problem. And you can see in my little diagram up top, I've shown the different pieces and how they appear within a long division problem. Make sure you have this all written down before you move on to the next slide. All right, so our first example, we're going to do really slowly and write down every step, just for those of you who haven't seen it before or may have completely not understood it when you learned it the first time. So our steps are going to be, in short, that we divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. Go ahead and write that at the top of your page. Divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. That's my shorthand way to show that. And then I'm also going to be writing my steps along the side as we go this first time. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my problem. So I have 764, that's my dividend, divided by 4, so that's my divisor. So I'm going to see how many times my divisor, that's 4, can go into the first digit. So how many times 4 can go into 7? Well, 4, 8, 12, 16, it can only go in once before it gets too big at 8. So I'm going to put a 1 up top. My next step is to multiply. So this is a way for me to see like how close I got. So we're going to multiply that number, that 1 that we just wrote down, by the 4, and then write the product down below. So 1 times 4 is 4. And I'm going to add what step I did in blue, or what exactly my example was in blue underneath. Okay, so then after that, I'm on the subtract step. So this step is basically just seeing how close I was. So I'm subtracting the 7 and the 4, and that gives me 3. Because back at the start, when I did how many times 4 goes into 7, it went in once with 3 left over, right? That's that 3 right there. So what I just did there was 7 minus 4 equals 3. Okay, now I'm on to the next step, which is to bring down. So I'm going to bring down the next digit from the dividend. So I already used the 7, so the next digit is the 6. So I'll bring the 6 down right there. And so that means that 3 becomes a 63. And now, this is often the part where people get stuck, is we start over. And so often when I do my little acronym up here, I'll put a little arrow showing that when I get to the bring down step, then I start all over again at the division step. But the difference is now, we're not doing the 4 and the 7 anymore. Now, we're still using the 4, always the 4, always the divisor, but now we're using this new number down here, this 36. And so I'm going to see that 4 goes into 36 9 times. And just like before, I'm going to put that 9 up top, but now it goes above the 6 because 6 was the digit I just brought down. Then that takes me to my multiply step. So I do 9 times 4, and ooh, this one's nice. It comes in exactly, right? Because 4 went into 36 exactly 9 times. So this will give me exactly 36. So when I subtract, I get 0. And that should make sense because it went in the exact number of times. I had nothing left over. But I'm not done yet because I still have a 4. So I'm at my bring down step. I bring down my 4. And 4 goes into 4, another exact one. This is great. 4 goes into 4 one time. And then 1 times 4 is 4. That's my multiply step. I subtract, I get a 0, and there's nothing left to bring down. So I'm all done because I got a 0 at the bottom and there was nothing left to bring down. So once again, you're done when you get a 0 after subtracting and there are no more digits to bring down. Okay, now you're going to try a few. So on these ones, if you are sure that you totally remember how to do long division, then pause now, do both of them, and then press play. You can even skip ahead a little bit and just check to make sure you got the right answers. If you're like, oh yeah, I didn't get this at all, but now it's making a little bit more sense, you may want to just go through them with me, okay? And if you're feeling like that didn't make any sense whatsoever, you might want to rewind at this point and rewatch my slow down version one more time before you move on to the next examples. All right, so I'm going to start by writing down my acronym, divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, so I remember my rhythm. And then I wrote down my problem the correct way, and I'm going to start by seeing how many times 5 goes into 16, which is 3. Then I multiply, get 15. I subtract and get 1. Now I'm on the bring down step, bring down a 4, and now I've made a 14. Now I start over with divide using the 5 and that number at the bottom, the 14. 5 goes into 14 only twice because it's not quite big enough to make it to 15. 14 minus 10 gives me 4. I bring down a 5, and now I'm back at the start again. Dividing, how many times 45, or 5 goes into 45, which is exactly 9. So I know I'm done because when I subtract, I get 0. So 1,645 divided by 5 equals 329. If you didn't get that one right, please pause, go back into your work, figure out what your mistake was, maybe rewatch the original instructions on the earlier slide, and when you're ready, move on to this next one. So here we have 7,530 divided by 15. Now 15, that's a big number. Whenever I have a number where I don't know the times tables off the top of my head, and for you that might be a lot of them, and that's okay. You're going to write down your 15s, or you're going to write down the numbers. So I'm going to write 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, 105. And this way, as I'm doing my division, it's just going to be a little bit quicker for me. Okay, so now 15, how many times does that go into 7? Not at all. So I can either skip it or I can put in a placeholder 0. I like putting in a placeholder 0. It's a good habit that'll help later. And so now I need to see how many times 15 goes into 75. You can, if you want, do the 0 times 15 and subtract and do that whole thing. I prefer just to move right over into the next digit. So 15 goes into 75. Well, it goes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So I'm going to put a 5 up top. And 5 times 15 gave me exactly 75. I'll subtract. I'm just treating these two numbers as the same. Or the two digits all together. And I bring down a 3. Uh-oh, it happened again. 15 doesn't go into 3. It's too big. So once again, I put a 0 up top because it doesn't go in after I've brought down a digit. So 0 times 15, and then I could do the 0 times 15 thing again, or I can just bring down another digit. And then here I see 15 goes into 30 twice. So if your method looks a little bit longer than this, if you did like had more steps, that's totally fine. If you want to do it a little bit shorter like this too, that's okay as well. All right, now they don't always work out as nicely as the ones we've done so far. So let's say we have something like 235 divided by 2. Let's try it. 2 goes into 2 once. We multiply, subtract, we get 0. Bring down our next digit. 2 goes into 3 one time. 1 times 2 is 2. We subtract, we get 1. We bring down our 5, and now 2 goes into 15 7 times, because 2 times 7 is 14. I subtract, I have a 1, but there's no more digits to bring down. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a decimal and a 0, because 235, that's equivalent to 235.0. Those are the same thing, right? They're just written a different way. So then I can bring down a 0 to do 2 goes into 10 5 times. I just need to make sure to put my decimal in the right place when I do it. Just be absolutely sure to add the decimal in the same spot in the answer. Let's have you try it now. So I want you to go ahead and do 473 divided by 8. Give it a shot. All right, now sometimes it takes me a little while with my 8s, so I wrote down all my 8s just to make my multiplication a little bit easier. So first, how many times does 8 go into 4? Not at all. I'll put in that placeholder 0. How many times does 8 go into 47? Well, it goes into 48 right here, but that's too big, so 40. So that's 5 times. Put my 40 down here. I subtract. I get a 7. I bring down 3. And now how many times does 8 go into 73? Ooh, that's a lot. 73 is way down here. Or 72 is. That's 9 times for 72. I subtract. I get a 1. Once again, I'm not done yet. I need a 0. And 8 goes into 10 one time. I'll put that decimal in so I don't forget. 8 times 1 gives me 8. I subtract. I'm still not at 0. That gives me 2. I just have to do another one. I don't put another decimal in. I just put another 0. How many times does 8 go into 20? Well, it goes in 2 times. And then that gives me 16. I subtract. I get 4. I have to bring down another 0. This is crazy. So many zeros. 8 goes into 40 5 times. And now that gives me exactly 40. So I get my 0, so I know that I'm done because there's nothing else I have to bring down. And there's a 0 at the bottom. So my final answer was 59.125. All right, this has been a really long video. You guys have done great sticking with me. Your practice problem now is 903 divided by 12. Give it your best shot. I'll check it for you tomorrow.